How's everyone doing this Sunday morning? Is all fresh and well? Welcome to double game week 37. Of course, I want to apologise for what was it? I think it was game week 35. I think. Yeah, game week 35. Because something was wrong with my TikTok, but thank God it's working now. And last weekend I didn't go live last weekend. So 2 weeks ago it was live on YouTube for the very first time for single game week 35. So don't forget to look that on YouTube on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so there's my team at the moment. Schmeichel go, Cancelo, Trent, my vice captain at the moment, Digne, Labalenko, Alonso, midfield I got Rafinha, Kulusevski, Smith Rowe, Iheanacho, my captain at the moment, Watkins, French, Ramsdale, Salah, Havertz, and Nketiah. Yeah, so I haven't made any transfers yet, but I was thinking about making two transfers, so that would be a 4.2. I think I'll be getting rid of Nketiah. I think I could be getting rid of Havertz. But could we get rid of Salah? It's a tough one. Then next weekend is the last game. I'll be doing my wild card in the last game of the season. Yeah, would you believe it or not? Well, to be fair, there's my points in total. 2,233. Not going to beat my personal best this year. I only need if I take a 4 point hit, it would be 2,229. So I need 50 points to beat me second personal best this week with one game to spare. So it'll be only my second personal best, not me personal best that I got last year. Was 2,481 last season. Yeah, of course. What was it? Yes. So game week 35, I had a terrible game week. Only 26 points. And last week, double game week 36, I got 95, but of course I took a 12-point hit, so that was only 83 points. I take it. It is what it is. Captaincy let me down. Salah, of course, but what can you do? It is what it is. Yeah, so it could make me transfers now, but I'm going to wait until probably about 10 o'clock to make me transfers. Yeah, so I was by the way, I want to say congratulations to Liverpool for winning the FA Cup. They actually beat Chelsea twice on penalties now this season. So I want to say congratulations to Liverpool and Liverpool fans yesterday. Commiserations to Chelsea. It wasn't your day, but it will come. At least you'll be in the Champions League next year. At least you won one trophy. That was a World Club Championship. That's the only consolation you have. Yeah, so that's the only thing. And of course, another thing as well. This is my second last uh, live stream on the fancy football on Mr. Bellardi. So Sunday will be my last fantasy live stream on Mr. Belardi because, of course, as you know, I have my new page on TikTok is FPL Belardi for next season. So don't forget that. Just let you know. So next Sunday, it'll be my last deadline stream on Mr. Belardi's page. Yeah, so but I think I could be going live twice next week. I could go live on FPL Belardi on Instagram, but it depends. It really depends. Because what a final day we're gonna have next Sunday. I think the league is over. Man City just needs 4 points from 2 games, and Liverpool have to win them all. But to be fair, Liverpool, no matter what, they've had a good season this year. But Man City, it's just hard to compete. Man City are going to dominate that league probably for about maybe 5 or 10 or even 15 years from now. Because Man City, as you know, Man City are signing Haaland the 1st of July this year. So even though I'm a Man United fan, but I'm still getting Haaland next season. So I'm getting Haaland next season. I think his price is going to be 12.5 mil next season. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard to get these players next season because I think Salah's still going to be expensive at 13 million. And who else? Son is going to be expensive now next season. What a season he's having this year, Son. If Son scores 2 goals today, he'd be the new top goal scorer in the Premier League. Who would have thought of that? Son Heung-min challenging for the Golden Boot this year. Like, fair play to him. He's up there with the very best. Yeah. So it's between those two for the Golden Boot. Salah and Son Heung-min. Ronaldo, unfortunately, he only has one match left, and that's away at Palace next weekend because Man United have no game week in 37. They blank in this game week. Would you believe it or not? So of course we have no game week this week. Well, to be fair, we've had a shocking season anyway this year. United, but at least for us, we're going to be playing Thursday night football next season. Ronaldo's not going to play every game because of his age now. So Ronaldo will be playing maybe every game in the Premier League now next year. There was rumours he's staying at United. It's good news. Not as big as man, but he has done well. And of course, Jesus, a lot of things could happen. And of course, as you know, Fulham and Bournemouth are back in the Premier League next season. Fulham back in the Premier League after being relegated last year, and Bournemouth are back in the Premier League after 2 years. Fair play to Bournemouth and Scott Parker. Is as you know, Scott Parker is the new manager of Bournemouth this year after leaving Fulham the end of last season. But he's done a good job for Bournemouth. Got them where they belong. Back in the Premier League. Yeah, and who else? Yeah. Oh yeah, there was. I think there was rumors yesterday. Kulusevski might not be playing for Tottenham. There was rumors he could be ill, and for Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins. I don't think Ollie Watkins didn't even train for Villa, so he could miss out for Villa. But still keep him because not get rid of him. It's no point really. Like yeah, and course, of course, who's been disappointing? Oh God, was a mistake getting the natural win last week, but it's one of those things. Really, one of those things. Yeah, so putting Salah on the bench just in case if anything happens. Like there was rumors Salah has a muscle injury, but but we don't know what the story is. He came off very early. I don't know how many minutes he came off at. To be honest with you, I will check it now. How minutes did Salah get yesterday? I know he came off in the first half yesterday. I didn't see the whole match. 33 minutes he came off. 33 minutes. No way, Mason Mount missed the penalty yesterday. Wow. Manning missed as well. Guess who scored a winning penalty for Liverpool yesterday? Simicast scored a winning penalty yesterday. Fair play to him. He stepped up to the plate and he won the game for Liverpool. Liverpool. Fair play to him. Yeah, so gotta check the fixtures for this week. So the early game at 12 o'clock is Tottenham against Burnley. Big game for both teams, to be honest with you. Tottenham are going for the top for fourth place, which is the last Champions League place. Burnley are fighting for their lives. 2 o'clock, Aston Villa against Palace. Leeds against Brighton. Another big game for Leeds United today. If they lose, I think they're gone. They gotta win. They gotta win today, Leeds. And it's their last home game, so they got to win today. If they don't beat Brighton today, Leeds, I think Leeds will be relegated. Like I don't want Leeds to be relegated, but it'd be sad after 2 years will come back to the Premier League, and they could go back down. It's not nice, but because Leeds and Man United always have good matches, and it'd be very very sad if Leeds get relegated this year. If they get relegated, they deserve to go down. It's sad because the only game at Old Trafford in 98-99 season I was watching Man United against Leeds United. Great game. That's why I don't want Leeds. That's why I don't want Leeds to go down because in my area there's loads of Leeds United fans in the pub in Ireland. So don't want Leeds United to go down this year. It'd be sad. Yeah, and other 2 o'clock kick off. Watford against Leicester. Well, to be fair, Watford have nothing to play for. They're relegated. But to be fair, they actually did pretty well against Everton on Wednesday, even though they got in a draw. They were missing all their first team players on Wednesday, did Watford. And of course, 2 o'clock West Ham against Man City. That'd be a tough game for Man City. But like it's a big game for West Ham if West Ham win, they go level on points to us. I think if they win, they go level on points to us going into the final game. Wolves against Norwich. Well, Norwich are going to play for it. Neither do Wolves now, because Wolves can't qualify for Europe. Wolves can only finish as far as 8 now, so they can't qualify for Europe next season. Everton against Brentford. Oh, that's a half-4 kickoff. Didn't know that. Half-4. It's a big game for Everton today. Brentford. Not in the favour. They've had a great season, Brentford. Tomorrow, Newcastle against Arsenal, 8 o'clock kickoff. Big game for Arsenal. Newcastle, they're already safe. Tuesday, Southampton against Liverpool. But the title could be over by then. Yeah. Klopp could be resting players on Tuesday. And the second double game week is Thursday. Everton against Palace. If Everton beat Brentford in their first match, they could rotate if Leeds United lose. And Leeds United play the game more than Everton, because Everton have a game in hand. Second double game week, Aston Villa against Burnley. It's a big week for Burnley, to be fair. Big week for Burnley. Away at Tottenham. Then they're away at Villa on Thursday. So it's a big week for them. Then the last double game week of the season, Chelsea against Leicester. Well, Chelsea don't have a double. Leicester do. So 5 teams have a double game week this week and 1 team blank. And that's ourselves. United. So I'm going to check. Check the table. So the league table, 3 and 6 and 7. If West Ham beat Man City, they go above us on goal difference. If they beat Man City today, and Man United will be down to 7th in the Europa Conference League. If West Ham win today, and that could happen. Yeah. Oh no, Wolves actually can still qualify. I totally forgot Wolves could still qualify. They're 5 points behind, but I think it'd be difficult for Wolves anyway. Check the West Ham on their last 2 games. Man City home and Brighton away. Brighton, that'd be a tough game. That'd be a tough game away at Brighton. Yeah. To be fair, Brighton have had a very good season. They're 9th in the table at the moment. They're not favourites to finish 9th. I think Leicester are favourites to finish 9th. To be fair, Leicester have had a poor season, to be fair. Yeah. But at least I think next year they could do well. But I don't think Jamie Vardy's not going to play every game next season for Leicester. Because when you're in your 30s, you start picking up injuries. You pick up dead leg. The back of your leg gets burned. And of course, if Everton win today and Leeds United lose, Everton will be safe. And if Burnley pick up something during the week, so I think it's going to be the train. Burnley and Leeds were that final relegation. Everton will stay up this year. and they got two home games this double game week. So so I think they're going to pick up points no matter what. Yeah. So the top goal scorer, as I said, it's between Salah and Son Hyun Min. Ronaldo is out of it because he only has one game left. So third place is between Ronaldo, Kane, De Bruyne. And by the way, congratulations to who had Kevin De Bruyne is triple captain and bench boost and captain. Fair play to you. And that was Kevin De Bruyne's first ever Premier League hat-trick for Man City. Well, he didn't score 3 goals. He actually got 4. And he also picked up a yellow card. I don't think he did get the assist, though. I know the first match of the double game week he did. But well done if you got Kevin De Bruyne. Fair play to you. The last double game week, 36. Yeah, so fourth place is actually very close. Third and fourth for the top goal scorer. De Bruyne, Harry Kane's got 15 and fourth. Harry Kane has got 15. De Bruyne's got 15. Jota's got 15. His teammate Mane's got 15. And then back to 8th place. Sterling and Wilfred Zaha. They both have 13 goals this season. Who's got the most as well? I think Salah. To be fair. Yeah, so rumours is Salah has a muscle injury. It is what it is. And Havertz, I had a look at the Chelsea team yesterday. He wasn't even in the squad. He had a hamstring injury. So Salah is down to 50% to play. So is Kai Havertz as well. They're both 50% to play. But I think I'm going to get rid of. I could be getting rid of Havertz and Nketiah for 2 Everton players this week. I could be getting Anthony Gordon, and I could be getting Richarlison. Because I don't think Charlison is not going to be suspended now. To be fair, I'm not to play for. I'm not going to be my personal best. I'm only going to be my second personal best this year. But as I said, there's always next year. Every year is a tough season. Can you imagine that? Like Haaland, it's going to be the top goal scorer in the Premier League next year. I think Haaland. Man City are going to score. I think Man City will score up to maybe 100 and maybe up to 105 or 110 goals next season. I think in the league. Your man said three players for a free hit. Have you activated your free hit yet? Or you could. Well, that's up to you. Foden or Diaz. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I have yes. Yeah. That's a tough one. I'm gonna check. It that cast. I check. Just checking it now for you. Bear with me. Here comes the should come up. So check. Who do I think will start? Seth Foden or Diaz? Well, Diaz could be starting on Tuesday. I check for City. Foden could be starting for City as well. Jesus, that's a tough one. That is that is a that is a tough one. To be honest with you, that is a tough one. On current form, I have to check out current form. That's a tough one. So I'm gonna go with Liverpool first. Luis Diaz. In his last two games, he scored and gets us over there. He got the assist. Gonna check on Foden now. Check Foden's last two games. 6 and 2 points. I would have to say Phil Foden because I'll check how many minutes is Diaz get the FA Cup yesterday because I did watch the whole game of the FA Cup yesterday. Yesterday, sorry. Check how many minutes did Diaz have. Diaz played 98 minutes yesterday. Well, including stoppage time. So I'll check how many minutes was it in stoppage time yesterday. How many minutes? 4 minutes. So he played. There was 4 minutes added on time, I think. I'll check now. Go 3 minutes. So 3 minutes. So that was. So that was 101 minutes altogether yesterday. 101 minutes altogether. Well, yeah, I would have to say Foden, to be honest with you. But to be fair, it's a it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have as well. Yeah. What do you call it? Oh, I'm trying to figure that word. Tough one, man. Yeah, it is indeed. That's what this game is all about. It's very tough every year. It really is. If somebody else has more questions for me, feel free. Keep those likes coming. I hope in the last game for the last game next weekend. I hope there's many likes on TikTok on Mr. Bellardi for, of course, for the very last time next Sunday, which is going to be crazy, to be honest with you. It really is going to be hectic in, in the last game next Sunday, of course. Check. God almighty. Gonna check who's got the most clean sheets. I think it's between the top two teams who are got top two teams that are going for the league. It's between Allison and Ederson for the Golden Glove this year. This year, I think Allison's got 20 clean sheets this year. I think Ederson has about 18 or 19 for City this year. Of course, Andy's going to go live now, so I'm going to go to his YouTube channel. I'm actually on YouTube. Dylan's on now as well, but I can only choose one. Yeah, as you know, don't forget to go to my YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Of course, I'll be downloading this later on YouTube, of course, which is crazy. And of course, what do you call it? Of course, tomorrow morning or even probably lunchtime, I'll be doing a press conference of our pre match for tomorrow evening, which that would be the trade tomorrow morning or lunchtime. 3 minute press conference, which I can't wait to do. Okay, Doyle 0 toss using my triple captain on Coutinho. I don't think that's a very good idea, because I think Coutinho, he hasn't been great the last few weeks, to be honest with you. I'm gonna check the last few games on Coutinho right now. Well, Villa got Palace at home and Burnley at home in this double game week. So Coutinho. So the last, God almighty, the last time Coutinho returned was game week 28. Would you believe it or not? Game week 28. That was when Villa had a double game week. That was his last turn. Scoring against Leeds United away. That was his last goal. Wow. So I won't pick. So I won't go for triple captain on Coutinho, to be honest with you, because he hasn't scored since game week 28. That was, which is double game week 37 this week, which is, I'm gonna have to say eight games to go, to be honest with you. Which is, have to Coutinho's quality. Well, course, good news for Villa this week. As you know, he's a Premier League player next season, because as you know, on Thursday, he's signed for Aston Villa. So Coutinho is staying in the Premier League next year. It's good for Villa. For next season as well. Like Villa, if they keep their squad, They could be a surprise team next year. Do you know what? Do you know who I think could be a surprise team next year? I think Newcastle United are going to be a surprise team next year. They're staying up in the Premier League. They got the money now. You never know. They could get these players from nowhere. Even though they're not in Europe next year, Newcastle. But I think Newcastle could be a surprise team next season. They have the money now, and I think they could. I think Villa and Newcastle could be a surprise team in the Premier League next year. I think they could both finish in the top 10. Who knows? I hope they don't finish ahead of Man United though next year. But they could, they could, because I think next year it's going to be next year is going to be a tough season for Man United as it is this year. It's going to be a very tough season for us next year. We're playing Thursday night football. I'm playing. What do you call it? Playing Sunday as well. So it's going to be a long, hard season for Manchester United next season. To be honest with you, and that's why if you don't finish in the top four, you deserve where you finish in the league. If you finish sixth or seventh, you got no choice but to play in Europe. It's the way it is. I'm afraid. But at least Man United now next year can go for whatever trophy they can go for. They can go for the Europa League. Well, depends where they finish in the table. Well, I hope West Ham get a draw today. I don't want West Ham to win today, to be honest with you. But if they do, fair play to them. To be fair, it's a big task against City today for West Ham. Big task. Oh, Andy's not on yet. He should go. Oh, he's going to be on in 13 minutes, actually. He said he was going to go live at 9 o'clock. But it's actually 20 past 9 or something. Yeah, 20 past 9. He's going to go live now.
Stefan, Anas as well.
So Dylan. So in Dylan's YouTube channel now. So his team is Pickford, Lamarenko, Cash, Lucas Dean, Kevin De Bruyne, James Maddison, Son, Wilfred Zaha, Captain Richarlison, Vice Captain Vardy, Danny Ings, his bench, Steele, Brownhill, who was that? Sessegnon, and I forget who else. I can't really see. It's one of the Liverpool players. I think it could be Simicast. I think could be Simicast. Yeah, could be that. I wonder what price Simicast is going to be now next year for Liverpool. He's not going to be 4 million next year. I say Simicast is going to be the train 5 million next year. 5 million next season. I think that's where his price will end up at next season. Of course, like Son Heung-min, his price went up last night. So I think he's not going to be 11 million next year. He's going to be 11.5 or 12 million next season. Jesus, you're not going to get all these players next season. You're not going to get Haaland. You're not going to get Salah. You're not going to get Son Heung-min. You're not going to even get De Bruyne because they're too expensive on defense. Trent could be maybe the same price as he was, or he could be. Trent could be 8 million next season, and I'm not getting Trent if he's 8 million next season. Who else? Who's going to be a expensive defender? Definitely Trent. I think Robertson would be maybe be 7 million. So I could get Robertson next year. Robertson. God, it's so tough. What defenders you could get next season? It's really depends really who has the better fixtures. The start next season, to be honest with you. I think I think Kyle Walker's time at City. I think he needs to leave Man City because he's actually starting to pick up injuries now. Kyle Walker needs to leave City. Who else needs to leave City? Maybe Mahrez could be leaving City in the summer. Maybe. Maybe. Or even. Of course, they were missing that other left back who got himself into trouble, Bernardo Mendy or something. Yeah. To be fair, it's his own fault. He let himself down. To be fair, he let himself down. Just like Nathan Greenwood, he let himself down this year as well for Man United, which is sad because he actually had a good start to the season. Did Greenwood? Yeah. Who do I think I would get next season? I could get Bruno Fernandes next year because he's not going to be 12 million next year. No way, Jose. I say Bruno Fernandes' price could be. Season? 244 points last season. And his standard is very, very low this year. He only has 150 points this year. Poor, even though he got a hat-trick this year, but it's poor overall, so he's 11.6, but he's not going to be 11.6 next season. I say he could be maybe between 10.5 or 10 million next season. That could happen. He's got 10 goals, 7 assists. Of course, he missed 2 penalties as well this year. One against Villa and one against Arsenal this year. I think Bruno would do well next season. Hopefully. Or even Jadon Sancho could do well next year for United. Oh, he's there now. I think Jadon Sancho would. Jadon Sancho would do well next year. Next year. Mason Greenwood. Finished. Oh, I'm sorry. He's finished, so he's proven guilty. Yeah, he's finished. To be honest with you, he is finished. Who do I think will do well next year for United? I think Anthony Alanka will do well next year. He do well next year, hopefully. I might get him. Well, depends who United sign. in the summer.
Okay,
Says Kulusevski is
a win against Burnley, but you never know.
apparently ill.
They can definitely frustrate Spurs and they can cause a lot of problems.
So that means he won't be playing against Burnley today. That's a big blow for Tottenham, to be fair. God, that's a big problem to my fancy team today. It really is a big problem. But I'm actually not going to get rid of Kulusevski, to be honest with you, because he could be back against Norwich. So, God, I got problems as it is. My squad, big problems this week. So that means who's going to be on my bench? Well, I'll still leave him in the starting lineup just in case. But if Kulusevski stop playing, he's not playing. Yeah, I'll see it on a few times on Twitter, but it could just be rumours. Like Andy was saying yesterday on his YouTube channel. Let's talk. Let's talk FPL, his YouTube channel. He was saying Kulusevski is ill, but we don't know what's happening. Everybody's saying it could be rumours. Who on another midfield can see? I have three midfielders and two midfielders on the bench at the moment. Yeah, which is mad. Like Salah, he's 50%. Havertz, I think he could be alright, but with a hamstring injury like that, what's your overall rank? It's not great. It's not great this year, as you can see behind me. 408.041. That's my rank this year. It's not good. It's not going to be better as it was last year. I finished 13k last year. That was my highest ever last season. We're only 2 games in. I'm only playing for fun. See how many points I can get in the last 2 matches. Like, I'm going to beat my second personal best, but that's the only consolation I'm going to get this year. I'm currently in the 25k. That's actually very decent rank that you have there, Gary. Fair play to you, because it's once you finish at the top, what do you call it, 50 to 100k, because it's Fancy Premier League. It used to be easy, but it's not easy anymore, because every season it gets harder and harder every year, and then every year new other new managers come in from around the world, as you know, of course, and playing free hit this week, so hopefully I'll be good. Wishing the best of luck with that, pal. Up more, absolutely. Of course, I wish I had a free hit chip, but I don't. But I do have my wild card yet left, but I'm not going to play it until the final game of the season, because you just never know who's going to get rotated in that. So of course I made me mind up and playing me wild card in the last game. Well, to be fair, I want to finish off the points with a high note. High note. To be fair, that game week,
Robertson and Trent.
what was it? 35 was a nightmare.
Especially Robertson.
26.2 is. It was the first time I got 26 points since game week 6 last year. And that's when I played my wild card last year. But I still had a great season. My best ever season last year. But not this year. Not this year. Not this year, I'm afraid. But it is. The chips haven't been too bad this year. Well, probably the bench boost could be a bit. Probably the bench boost could have done a bit better, but at least everybody got me points on bench boost. Not great. It's all right, but not perfect. Of course, I think that's the word. Not perfect. I'll play my wild. I play my wild card now. No, not doing that, Gary. I'm playing my wild card in the final game of the season. And get Son in and take out Salah. I don't think I'm not going to get Son in onto the final game of the season. To be honest with you, because you never know what Tottenham could be like at home on their day. They could be good and bad. You just never know. Like even Burnley are fighting for their lives. And to be fair, Tottenham, I don't think they're not going to get that many goals this week. I think they're only going to get about maybe 1 or 2 goals because don't forget for Burnley, Nick Pope is a very good goalkeeper. What happens if he makes a lot of saves? That could be very true. And of course, Burnley are fresh, and Tottenham just had a second double game week on Thursday. So Burnley are going to give them a tough game today because they're fighting for their lives, even though Tottenham are fighting for 4th place. But Burnley are fighting for their lives as well. So it's a big game for both teams today. Want me to get people in here? Yeah. If you have any questions for me, Callum, feel free. Yeah, I think this is more likes I've ever had before. I'll check it. He's not live yet, but it could be. He actually could be live now, Andy. Of course, I'll be making my transfers about 10 o'clock. I was thinking about maybe getting Richarlison in the place of Ketia, and I could be getting Anthony Gordon in this week. Yeah, because I'm only playing for fun now. Like I'm not going to win that many mini leagues this year. Maybe about 3 or 4. That's about it. Yeah, so I'm only playing for fun. Oh, he's wearing this United jersey today, is Andy? Why are you wearing your United jersey? They're not even playing this week. Oh my God. How many double game week players does he have at the moment? He has 8 double game week players and 2 double game week players on the bench. Brownhill and Martin Kelly of Palace. Do you think Salah will play? I don't know. I don't know S. Can't pronounce your name, to be honest with you, but I really don't know. He's 50% to play, but he when he came off, it says he picked up muscle injury. Yeah, a muscle injury. So to be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't really know. Yeah, there's rumours that Kulusevski is ill. If he's ill, yeah,
A better option off the bench. I'd probably just play Kulusevski because if he's ill,
yeah,
he'd be out of the squad. Not definitely, but
not definitely, not definitely.
If he didn't free hit, would you keep
Wow.
you've got? But for anyone that doesn't have Son, that seems like
Well, to be fair,
top to me.
Salah's played so many matches in 2022 since the start of the African Cup of Nations,
Did say it's unlikely, but it's
and
not
he
guaranteed.
has
But
played a lot of matches this year. Has Salah?
Did have Son. I think it gets a little bit tricky, like taking him out for a hit to Kane, maybe swapping into De Bruyne, possibly.
I think Son is easy.
We'll upgrade the bench. I should probably think about who I'm going to upgrade the bench to, though, shouldn't I?
I think Andy could be playing his free hit chip. That'll be his last chip of the season. I think there's rumours next season they could be. They be always be 2 wild cards, and what else? I think they could be 2 bench boosters next season. Maybe they could be 2 triple captains next season as well, something like that.
And that's it.
And they could be 2 free hit chips. Well, that's if they keep the free hit chip. Cause you remember, there was only 1 free hit chip, and then they changed it to a second free hit chip. Do you remember? Because of the games were getting called off because of the virus earlier in the season. Of course. As well.
2 good fixtures though.
He's just saying about De Bruyne. He will put De Bruyne bottom of the list.
Otherwise, just choose one of Kane or Son.
Choose Kane or Son. Flip a coin.
For a hit to play him instead of Saka. No, I don't think so. I mean,
like, I'm definitely going to get Tottenham players in the last game anyway, no matter what. I'm definitely going to get Son, and I'm going to get Kane in the last game of the season next weekend. Because I don't really care about. I just want to beat my second personal best points this week. That's all I care about this week.
Another -4 for Trent out to a Villa defender. I have 5 double game weeks at the moment. I mean, obviously there is a chance that Trent doesn't start, but
there's a chance that Trent doesn't start. But I think Trent will start. To be honest with you, I think he will start, but depends.
Yeah, he does, but there's rumours that he could start, and he wasn't completely ruled out. So if I had Watkins, I would keep him.
No, I'm keeping Watkins. That's what I said.
There's every chance that.
That's very true. Cause don't forget, a few weeks ago, do you remember Lucas Dean? I think was on the red, and he played. I'm going to check what game that was against.
Anyway, there's nothing about Lucas Dean I've seen.
I'm going to check what game that was against.
That
was against Norwich, and I was expecting Lucas Dean to come back. Neil, who do you think you should captain? Dean or Son.
Okay. Probably
Probably,
3 hits.
probably Lucas Dean
3 hits
because
on
he
the
has
bench.
he has that double game week.
Yeah, I mean, I think a Wolves player is okay, but in a different game
Because
week,
Son
I
only
maybe
has
see
a
like a
single game
couple more of
week.
their players in.
To be
But
fair,
I don't personally.
I'll check how
For a clean sheet. I
Tottenham
don't
got
think
on
it's
against
that good that he
Burnley
should replace
earlier in the
a
season.
lot of the other players.
Oh,
Our team for 3 hits. Like,
Burnley actually beat them, didn't they?
defenders, maybe
1-0, wasn't it?
as
Yeah.
well.
Burnley actually beat Tottenham 1-0 earlier in the season.
Jota, Mahrez or Foden. Yeah, great question.
So it won't be an easy game for
Great
Tottenham.
question. This is
Won't be an easy
great
game.
hit. I'd be tempted to punt on Mahrez over Foden.
Because
but
Burnley are fighting for their lives.
I do think Liverpool will score a lot of goals. Actually, they could score a lot of goals in, but they're going to be quite a changed side.
Yeah.
I guess I'd go.
Andy thinks he's going for
Man City.
for Jota.
Maybe
Well, not getting him just on his comments, like his YouTube channel. Yeah, I can't believe Andy's wearing a Man United jersey and Man United have no game this week. Crazy. Even I'm not wearing my Man United jersey, I'm wearing a jumper. What? There's another rumours that Lucas Dean could be ill. But they're just rumours. Oh my God.
If I knew Watkins was going to start both, I would say him.
You won't captain Lucas Dean over Son.
PFPO is saying it.
But just never know. But Son has a single game week. I won't captain a single game week player to be honest with you. I would go for a double game week player to what do you call it? Build up your rank between now and the last two games. Like,
let me just spend.
Of course. Cheers. I'll go with Lucas Dean. Then good luck, pal.
Chat. It's probably just people.
Good luck.
It's probably just people saying the same thing in this chat. They're just making it up.
Just making it up. How many minutes to the deadline? 57 minutes to the deadline closes.
Have someone cage for good records to Richarlison for a -4.
Yeah, I think I actually could captain Richarlison. That means I would have to get rid of what do you call it, Nketiah
I'm going to say Zaha
this week for Arsenal. Because you never know, Nketiah could be dropped.
All 3 of them could be benched themselves.
Yeah, I think there's rumours as well. Jesus could be going to Arsenal next season. I think he'd be leaving Man City in the summer. He could be taking Lacazette's own number 9. I think Lacazette. I think his time at Arsenal is over. I think he will leave Arsenal at the end of the season, to be honest with you. Andy was just saying, Brendan Rodgers, why is he saving these players? Play them. Well, to be fair, they've actually got nothing to play for because they can't even qualify for Europe next year. Leicester. Just that. I'm not getting Pickford in. To be honest with you, I'm happy with one goalkeeper. That's Schmeichel because he might get a clean sheet against Watford. I don't think he would get a clean sheet against Chelsea though, but I think he would get he would definitely get a lot of save points.
Specific players, because you can only put 4.
100% against Chelsea. He would get a lot of save points against Chelsea.
Double game.
And that's what's been like. Yeah, I'm thinking about next season. I might not play outfield next year. Well, that match I would when I come on, but when one of my teammates doesn't show up on match day, I would have to get a goal.
I'm not trying to like.
To be fair, I actually like playing in goal. To be honest with you. O'Connell.
Reality.
Watkins won't start.
I think right now, if I could put the
they could. Excuse me, they could be rumours on, but of course people were saying he didn't train with Villa, but of course we see what happens. Unfortunately, I'm not getting rid of him. Of course, he has that extra game during the week on Thursday against Burnley. Like I'll be changing my captaincy when I make me transfers. Like Iheanacho, I can't get rid of Iheanacho. I don't think he's not going to start twice for Leicester. But you don't want to take too many hits. Like last year, I took 72 hits last year. This year, if I make 2 transfers for 4.8, so that would be 64.2 this year.
You could change. That could change. Who knows? I'm honestly
that could change.
With my team. I could change things. It will be
Joe Hughes, where are you from? I'm from Dublin, Ireland, buddy. Yeah. If you have any questions for me, if you have any problem with your teams, let me know. Just to let you know, the deadline closes in about nearly about 53 minutes from now. 53 minutes from now.
Which way to go. If you are unsure about any of the options,
don't forget to make your transfers. Don't forget to lock in your team by 10:30 this morning. So don't forget to lock in your team by 10:30 this morning. Which is mad.
It's also not necessarily an easy week to wildcard because you'd be tempted to go for lots of double game weekers, but a lot of them are not very good next week.
No.
If anything, I would argue that free hit is better than wildcard this week.
I won't wildcard onto the last game week. To be honest with you.
Captain pick is a differential. I mean, good fixtures for clean sheets.
Pretty good fixtures for clean sheets.
Backing against that with Zaha, but
yeah. To be fair, Zaha's had a very good season for Palace this year. I wonder will Palace keep him next year?
About as good as it's going to get.
I think he will leave Palace this summer. Could happen. Because he has played. He's been there for a long time now at Crystal Palace. It didn't work out for him at United, but since he's got the Palace, he has been doing well.
Well, hang on, am I missing something here? Mitchell plays on the left. Doesn't Ward play on the right? Has Mitchell been playing? Has Ward been playing?
Yeah. Oh, there's rumours as well. Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be going back to Crystal Palace next year. To be fair, for United, he's good at 1-on-1 on the tackles, but when he goes forward, he's actually afraid to cross the ball, and that's what United need. That's what we need next year. Wan-Bissaka. if you had him in the Champions League, he'd be great.
He's going to get goals now.
He would get you a lot of points in the fancy Champions League for recovery tackles, of course.
Playing today, pretty much, aren't they? Apart from Arsenal, and obviously,
next season, of course, I'll be busy.
A lot of the players like we have got.
So it could be. I'll be doing 2 fancy Premier League. Check that thing that I did with the African Cup of Nations. Real Viva.
Because I've got 3.
So I'd be doing that next season.
Yeah, I probably would.
So it'll be my first real season on that.
I probably would.
Because I did the African Cup of Nations.
I think Luke said he couldn't do a prediction.
Oh, now they got rid of the championship. It's available soon. That will be next season now. Next season. But of course, as you know, the German league is now over. Since yesterday. Of course, Jesus, next season's gonna be probably the hardest season, ever. Next year. Because don't forget during the year, there's the World Cup in Qatar, first time ever. Next season. Yeah, it's the first time there's no World Cup in the summer. Probably for the first time in the history. To be fair.
And have no bench, basically.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's stupid to host the World Cup in Qatar, but unfortunately, it is what it is.
But basically, the long and the short of it,
you can't change it now. What's done is done.
Well, no,
to be fair.
Well, it's actually the point of okay, I didn't realise I could do that. I want my third Villa player in there. So
heavens. So check how much money do I have in the bank at the moment. Going to make me 2 transfers. I have 0.5 in the bank at the moment.
Yeah, okay, I can do it. Yeah. I mean,
at the moment. Maybe next weekend I might not go live at 12:30. I might just go live at 1. One on 2. What is it? God, I have to check this second thing for the last game. Deadline closes at 2. Next Sunday.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
So I could go live maybe.
I think if Ings plays both games.
I don't think it'd be half 12. Maybe it could be 1. Maybe. You never know. It could change my mind. You just never know. Yeah. I'm not going to bring you the pictures for the final game. But I know Tottenham Hotspur have a very good fixture next weekend. The final game of the season. They're going to score loads of goals past Norwich. So the best captain option for next weekend is Son, Kane for Tottenham. Next Sunday. To be fair.
I would agree if Mane hadn't just played 120 minutes and there wasn't a good chance that he gets rested. I fully agree that Liverpool's fixture is much easier than Man City.
Mane would have faced it against his old club this week on Tuesday. But I think they will rest him.
Maybe in my head, it's a psychological.
Mane is an important player as well for Liverpool. Him and Salah. If Salah gets injured now, then I think Son is favourite to get the golden boot. If Klopp versus Salah, I know Salah could be okay, but we don't know what's going to happen. To be honest with you,
Kane. I mean, Richarlison plus one of the others. Yeah, I'll let you make that choice. If you think Vardy's going to start Watford, I would go for Vardy.
For Vardy. I think he will start against Watford, but I don't think he will start against Chelsea. But well, to be fair, he could start 2 matches because the season's nearly over anyway. I don't think Vardy's not going to get that many starts next season for Leicester. Not every week. Because you got like Iheanacho and you got Didac as well for Leicester. I think Daka could do well. I think Daka could do well next year for Leicester. I think he could do well next year. Do you know who I think do you know who I could get in next season? I could get in Mark Wilson of Fulham next season. That's if he stays with Fulham, of course. I think he will. Because I think he will get a lot of goals, assists. Well, maybe not a lot of goals. Well, that's if what do you call it? Mitrovic stays fit next season. Of course. If Mitrovic stays fit next season. He's actually 70% of Vardy starting.
He might get rested.
That could happen. He could get rested.
Vardy, okay. I think that depends a lot on what you think about Vardy starting. I'm chasing him in the league against free hitters. Is Vardy a good?
I'm chasing against mini league against free hitters.
He is if he plays both games. Will that happen?
I'm not really chasing that anyone in the mini league to be. Maybe the Gary Trigg Supporters Club. I can only finish as far as
20-odd points.
4th. I'm 6th at the moment, so I'm just out of the money places at the moment, which is bit at the moment.
You could argue that he is the differential captain, right? Because
he is a differential captain at the moment. But to be fair, I made too many mistakes this year. I put players. I think I had about 206 points from players on the bench this year. That's right. Next season, I'm going to get cheaper players on the bench next year. Well, it depends. Of course, what happens. Of course, next season there could be a lot of changes in the game next season. So anything could happen. Train now and next season. A lot of things because probably they might do recovery tackles. I don't think they would do that. Not like the Champions League fancy. To be honest.
He always kind of starts, so he's definitely got the fitness to play.
He's definitely got the fitness.
I mean, again, it depends how much you want Lukaku. Because if you want Lukaku, you know what you have to do.
Do you want Lukaku? No. Simple as that. Ramsey's available now for Villa, but he's not guaranteed to start 2 games for Villa.
So I would probably do Ramsey to Zaha if it was me.
Whether he starts, I just don't know.
Do anything they can.
They need him. Foden, Salah, and Nketiah out.
I mean, they're pretty good transfers, yeah. Just again, obviously, Ings plays Man City away last game.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, just think about that.
Yeah.
People keep mentioning the Zaha.
That's why we get rid of Watkins and ultimately Lucas Digne for the last game.
Without being able to get another Villa
That's
player.
why I wanted to keep them this week, like, because they got a double game week. That's the reason.
Okay, fair enough. Like, how many times
as well? I get it.
players.
Thinking.
How often do you get all 11 players returning? So if Zaha blanks twice, well, I'm kind of hopeful that I've got.
But to be fair, he's on penalties for
If he doesn't,
Palace as well.
smashes it. Well, I've got a midfielder with a lot of points, and I've got defenders that
Smash it.
so they've maybe got attacker returns and maybe got a clean sheet in the other game. I mean, there's way too much worry about the fact that Zaha is playing both defenses.
Both defenses, yes.
He would have played one, but I'm
Back again.
worried about it.
Have 33% battery.
Like, at all.
Just have to check, like. How many minutes?
He's in.
40 minutes to the deadline closes.
Mount or Foden,
Just to let you know, 40 minutes to the deadline. So I'm going to make me transfer in 10 minutes time, which is 10 o'clock.
Just because Mount has played 120 minutes, but I think
So I'm going to make me transfer in 10 minutes time. Home to Leicester now. Jesus, my water's really empty at this point.
I'll say Foden. It's difficult though.
Foden though, but it's difficult, he says. Cancelo. Cancelo won't rest.
I think I would go.
Cancelo's going to play the last two matches for City. Because City are not in any other any competition. To be fair, City have a lot of injuries in defence.
I'm going to say Jota, but like.
To be honest with you.
Diaz will be like, yeah, okay, fine, great pick. Luis Diaz and Vardy or Mane and England.
So that means Haaland could be the new number 9 for City next year. Yeah. Of course, you won't be seeing Drew Bellingham in the Premier League next year. Unfortunately, he's staying in Germany for Dortmund. I still young. He will come to the Premier League. At some stage, whether he's ready, like he's still very young. I think he's only about 18 or 19. Still very young. Of course, he's not ready.
Okay.
Once you're ready, you're not ready. It's okay.
But instead of
De Bruyne. And he says he doesn't want to get rid of Ings. He had him for the whole time. You can't get rid of Danny Ings. He's got a double game week.
Things I do want Vardy.
Okay, where's Vardy? It's tricky. It is tricky. Tricky.
I don't like winning players that I've had in the whole time. Like Ings has been in the team the whole time.
Since game week 28. Ings has to be started. Remember that?
Won't start.
He does.
He didn't play against Leicester. When he played,
he did play against Leicester. Wow. If he was going to start, Cartate, are you well? General, sir.
I'm not going to lose anymore.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
The boy is 12. Ings hasn't gone up either.
He's only switching nicely around. Is Andy? Got to check on first. See, is there any real news? See if there's any last minute change. Just like. Maybe not.
We look like this instead.
Yeah. So it could be getting. So it could be getting Anthony Gordon in. Remember, because he's a double game week. I think he takes corners as well. Takes corners. Oh, Klopp. I think Mo is a bit more serious
Agree that Ings is
than
better than Coutinho. I fully agree
than
with that. Is
Van
Vardy
Dijk.
better than De Bruyne though?
Van Dijk. Mo
Oh, lots of people can.
came and I think to make a decision. He said
I don't think Watkins starting means
I
Ings doesn't. I
could
think it just means
carry
he comes on a
on,
bit earlier. That's all.
but I feel a little bit okay. Take him off. We have a squad for that. We have another players that I hope
That might not even play
he
against Watford.
will
That would be a
he
disaster.
will be fine.
No,
About
Ings.
Salah.
I'm not sitting here saying I don't like Danny Ings. I do like Danny Ings. I really like him.
Robertson. Don't think I'm not going to name all the players, to be honest with you.
Stuff now. Okay, come on. If you reduce
32 minutes.
Vardy, Kane, Son, and De Bruyne, I can actually. I've tried that. I'd have to ditch Zaha for Gordon. I don't really want to do that. I don't think. Very nice. With Trent, Robbo, and Laporte, you just take hits for a Villa defender, and even Foster to Pickford for a.
What to do? What to do? What to do?
Laporte with Villa defenders. The thing is, you want all those players.
Hannah says hi.
Like I'd rather. I would take a hit for Pickford.
I just wave. Luke Smith. I was
33 minutes.
Talking to you on the bus last night. Oh, of course. Of course. Did you get home safe? That's all that matters. I was talking to you on the bus last night. You were wearing. No, I wasn't wearing. Coming back from Shell's women. I was watching the game, not wearing the shirt. Yeah, thanks, mate. You're very welcome. Yeah, so the next 2 minutes I'm gonna make me transfers.
Yes.
Of course.
The Mikalenko with Pickford and Richarlison, or Gordon with Pickford.
Richarlison.
Mikalenko over Gordon, so I guess that kind of answers it. Maddison or Zaha, which is the better answer?
Maddison or Zaha. Have only very little water left to do. 31 minutes to go to the deadline closes, people. If you have any questions between now and 31 minutes, feel free. Of course. So,
like very few double game weeks.
So I'm gonna make me transfer.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Loads of people ask me if it's my final team. My final team will be locked in at.
You just panicked.
My team will be locked in at 10:29 and not a minute earlier.
At 10:29, not a minute earlier.
Watkins, if you got Watkins, I would 100% play him. I would not switch. I would not switch.
I was putting Harry Kane as captain. Wow.
I said that before there was news.
Wow.
Probably start. So
won't be an easy game against Burnley. Trust me.
One thing about Coutinho, by the way, is
I'm going to make me transfers in the few minutes. I'm actually going to do oh, I forgot to put my what do you call it, my score predictions. Would you believe it or not? It's not like me. I'm going to do it now, but then make me transfers. So I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for
and Nketiah.
2-1 Tottenham. I think Burnley could get an odd goal. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. 2-0 Villa. Leeds, Brighton. Oh, it's a must-win game for Leeds. It's a must-win game. 1-1. No, I think. Yeah, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Because Leeds haven't been doing well. Watford, Leicester. Watford 0. Leicester City 2. West Ham and Man City. Sorry, West Ham United fans. It's going to be West Ham 0, Man City 3. And Wolves, Norwich. Wolves win 2-0. Everton, Brentford. Everton just need a win. I think they will. They be safe because Leeds will be only on 35 points. So I'm going to go for 2-0 Everton. No, I'm actually going. Yeah, 2-0 Everton. Newcastle, Arsenal. This will be a tight game. But I think I'm just gonna. I think Arsenal are just gonna nick it. Newcastle 1. Arsenal 2. Tuesday.
You have to look at your team and decide whether it needs a free hit.
Southampton, Liverpool.
How will the bench look next week?
I think Southampton will score.
I mean, I had one double gaming player this week, and that
but I think I'm just gonna go for Liverpool. Southampton 1. Liverpool 2.
Both going to be fairly different. I mean, to be honest, Ings will be more differential.
Next Thursday, it's going to be Everton. I think it's going to be Everton 2 again.
Who would you bench at?
Crystal Palace 1. Of course, I predicted Aston Villa Burnley from earlier this season.
That's a little bit different.
So I already predicted Aston Villa 2, Burnley 1. And the last game that I'm actually going to pick Chelsea 0, Leicester City 0. Yeah, I don't really care. So pick a Chelsea 0, Leicester City 0. So beat that. Just to make sure. Then I'm going to make me transfers now.
I'm absolutely sure. It's way too much of an upgrade. It's like 5 odd million.
It's like 5 odd million. Yeah, so I'm going to do that now. Make me transfers. I done Carlos and triple captain. Oh really? I wish you the best of luck with that, pal. Triple captain's not easy. Wish you the best of luck. So I'm going to make me transfer now. Of course, they're going to take a 4-point hit. So I'm going to get rid of Nketiah.
4.9 million to spend.
I'm afraid. And I'm going to get rid of Kai Havertz. I'm going to keep Salah just in case if he starts. But I'm going to take my team again just to make sure.
not necessarily the worst thing, but
Let me check my team just to make
I
sure.
quite like the look of that. If they all play, like
So
you
5 at
back to Warrior
defence,
with Leicester
3
playing against Watford.
in midfield. But
That's all it is.
I could be actually be down to.
Okay, we're
No,
back.
I still have 3
I think
midfielders.
Ings versus, I think Ings
I
is
still have
City
3 midfielders, but
start twice.
not gonna have that many points on players on the bench this week. To be honest with you,
Will I definitely catch him in Charlton? Probably. Probably.
not gonna make me transfers now.
I mean, place, but things could go a different way.
I'm only playing for fun now. To be honest with you, so I'm gonna get rid of Kai Havertz. Place of that Everton midfielder. Gordon. Anthony Gordon.
I don't know, I've not even thought about it.
There's only one Anthony Gordon.
Captain with Charlton.
Good check. Yeah, he's played most 90 minutes, so. God, his last return was actually against Man United.
Well, I mean, what that
in a 1-0 win.
So
yeah, so I'm picking Anthony Gordon. So I have 9-3 with.
So it's a
and I'm going to get
which is why free hit.
The main man, Richarlison.
That'll be it.
Richarlison for 4.8, so I will have 1.7 mil in the bank going into the last game of the season. And I'm going to do it.
Run away from Liverpool assets. I know they played 120 minutes, but they must be on a high after winning the FA Cup.
It's confirmed.
It's
done.
They also play on Tuesday. They just played 120 minutes.
So Richarlison will be starting. Jesus, Richarlison will be starting. Oh Jesus!
Robertson and Laporte this week.
Place of Alonso.
I mean, it just sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Oh, and Anthony Gordon.
There is a chance that
place of Kulusevski.
Over Robertson, why not?
Place of Kulusevski.
Yeah, even Pookie might score this week. Mykolenko,
so I'm going to put
Alonso
on my first bench.
Mykolenko, Zaha, Vardy, I think.
God almighty, that's a word tape that I have this week.
I think he plays both games. I think he gets good minutes. He's on penalties.
That's a word tape that I have this week.
Yeah, Salah news, we're not going to get anything. Klopp said he's a doubt. That's all you're going to get.
God almighty.
For what it's worth, I didn't have Son and I wasn't free hitting.
So I'm going to change my captain to Richarlison. So it's a word team that I have this week at the moment. So on goal is Cassius Michael.
Don't worry about Richarlison on 9.
Defence, Cancelo, Trent. My vice captain, Digne. Labalenko. Midfield, I got Rafinha, Anthony Gordon, who I just got in. Emile Smith-Rowe. I think he will start this week. Arteta has to start Smith-Rowe. And my captain, who I just got in now, who's on penalties, Richarlison. Yeah, and I have Iheanacho and Ollie Watkins. My bench is Ramsdale, Marcus Alonso, Mo Salah, and Kulusevski. So that's my team. Which yeah, I could change it in the last few seconds, but it depends. Really, it really depends. I really can't see Salah playing on Tuesday, to be honest with you. Yeah. To be honest with you, I can't really see Salah playing. To be honest with you, on Tuesday. Well, he could be alright. He could be fine. But oh God, it's a tough one. I'm actually going to put Smith-Rowe on the bench. just in case. I'm gonna put Kulusevski on the bench. So he's gonna be my last bench.
We're back.
Just in case. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Just have to pause this if I can. I'm back again. Yeah. Charlie says Salah was third. Or Alonso.
Ever be possible?
Oh God. Like I have Salah starting just in case now. Over Alonso. I think Alonso could have a rest. To be fair,
You know Spurs are up first.
Just in case. So my bench at the moment, my first bench is Emile Smith Rowe, my second bench is Alonso, and Kulusevski is my third bench. I think Kulusevski could be
like really good or really bad day.
If he is,
good or really bad.
It's true. So choose these players, to be honest with you, every year.
Kane or Mane in my free hit team? Kane.
It's really, really tough, to be honest with you.
I want Harry though. I kind of want Harry Kane. I think I'm more happy to ditch De Bruyne.
He kind of wants Harry Kane though. I'll be getting Harry Kane next week. Not this week. He might score, but I don't really care. I'll get him next week. Because I'm only playing for pride this year. I'm not going to beat my personal best as I got last year. I'm only beating my second personal best this year. So I don't really care, to be honest with you. I just want to get as many points as I get the last 2 games. That's all. So I have Salah starting at the moment, but that could change.
It's hard to know for sure.
He's on 50%. He's got a muscle injury. But will he be fine? I don't know. I don't know.
I've got Madison ready.
I really don't know. I really don't know.
I don't want to mess with defense and stuff too much.
I think I'm going to put Alonso on my last bench.
What would you do if you had Ollie Watkins? 100.
Kulusevski will be my second. Just in case. If anything happens. You never know. Trent could get rested. But I don't think he will. To be honest with you.
So I'm going to say Kane. Like I do every time. It's that choice.
Who did you put as captain?
Oh, he's putting Danny Ings as captain.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's putting Ings as captain.
There's nothing
There's nothing.
about Vardy. I would honestly make
Make a
it
Decision.
right now. I
Spurs are playing first, of course.
Really a dead set against
Anything can happen to first.
Spurs game. I'm worried about ditching them in case they smash me early doors.
Yeah, that could be very true.
Smash it.
Early doors.
That's very true. It has happened. It has happened. Of course.
Early games.
He says that's
A nice choice. Just got to check.
I'm actually going to take a
Picture of that team because I
actually don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't really care, to be honest with you. So, picture's done. Just going to check what's happening. What's happening here? Where's Planet FPL? On James. His number one captain is
Richarlison. That's who I have as captain.
No, nowhere anyway.
Wilfred Zaha's number 2. Number 3, Danny Ings. Number 4, Jamie Vardy. 5,
Kevin De Bruyne. Number 6,
Son Heung-min. 7, Kane. Lucas Digne is number 8 for captaincy. Matt
Cash, number 9,
and Phil Foden's number 10.
Wow. He went for two.
Spurs, he's a Tottenham fan. One other trade, Villa and Palace.
Oh, he's going for 2-0 Brighton away.
Wait, Leeds. That was at Leeds. 3-1 Leicester away at Watford.
4-2 Man City away
Wait, West Ham.
1-0
Wolves.
One out of the trade,
Everton and Brentford.
Angel Roster's high mate on a free.
One out of the trade, Newcastle and Arsenal.
Southampton new, Liverpool 3. Oh, he's going for
2-1 Palace.
Everton 1, Palace
2. Wow. Well, Palace have nothing to play for anyway.
WI2.
Dendongo and Arquette.
Yeah.
Wait, Sporter Corsalina.
Kane and Coutinho, Mane and Ings.
Kane and Son. His thing. What's the question?
He says. Oh, God.
So 11 minutes.
To the deadline closes, everybody.
Oh, he went for
James Whiteway.
He went for Everton 1, Palace 2, Villa 3, Burnley 1.
Oh, he went for 3-2 Chelsea against Leicester.
3-2. Wow.
Let's make sure we give James.
I was not expecting
that.
Much appreciated.
Wow. 3-2 Chelsea.
Wow. His team, Michael Goal.
Sam Thomas says
Matty
Genius
Cash.
Ramsey out for a -4 this week.
Trent, Cancelo,
Gordon, Foden, Coutinho, Son, Spice Captain, Wilfred Zaha, Watkins, and Captain
Richarlison, his bench,
No, we haven't at this stage.
Foster,
For him, who should I start?
Robertson,
He started
Laporte,
and Nketiah.
Christian says,
Jesus, he's got two Liverpool defenders, two Man City defenders.
Lewis Wacklin says, cheers for the content this year.
mad well with
Laporte,
Laporte.
I think.
To be honest, if the money's no object.
I think Robertson
Stian says 500 people watching. Use their
could be
Could be rotated,
wallet.
to be honest with you. Do you go to a pub down the lane? I don't know. He
doesn't normally.
That's I know Turkey top from our Burnley correspondent.
9 minutes ago
To the deadline closes.
Which is down by Bruce.
Yeah, but just
Check.
I should imagine.
Is my
team
locked in?
I didn't do your question. 3.5k rank and
Because I don't want to forget.
And Pookie.
wow,
Here's 8. Wow.
P. Macker says, hope your predictions are right.
So how many double game
Players do I have this week?
You're in a relay, isn't it? Matt says, hello.
1,
bench Dyer, Pookie,
2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
Beasley
I have
says,
7 double game week players.
Martin Beasley says on
So I've
4 in defence,
Mark Cobb says,
3 in midfield and 3
up front as well. It's going to be close. That is
very true.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say
No.
no.
For you.
That's what Jen said.
Yeah, so that's it.
Let's see it then. Going to go back to it.
Other FPLs, there's a lot now
These days.
FPL Focal. Oh, FPL Focal.
Local, baby.
They're trading their games and phones at sex. Ooh.
So FPL Focal. Oh, he's 10k. He's 10k now.
Wow. Who was top of the world earlier this season? It's 10k. Wow.
Yesterday did have Salah in. It was made before.
Wow.
Oh, he is Richarlison as captain as well.
That's still perfectly fine. And all I would do is just subs up Salah for KDB.
Oh, he doesn't have that many double game week players, does he?
Carlos Mick is currently on the bench.
Who does he have?
Son Richarlison and Digne in for a -8.
He only has 6.
Another
He only has 6 double game week players.
And
Is there 6?
Cat.
Cash. Yeah, only 6. Wow.
It's not worth it.
You took a -4?
I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it.
I would bench boost Pookie in Laporte.
You know, got
Got a dilemma.
Then it's more of a decision, but I don't think it's worth a -8.
Doesn't think it's a -8.
Total of
That be my last hit of the season. Because I'll be playing my wild card. The last game next week, which of course I'll be activating that.
Probably later on.
Later on.
Probably later on.
Probably later on. Hopefully. Or be.
So
maybe Tuesday.
That could happen. But I think it'll be later on. Later on.
He's 6 away, so he's not going to get.
Just check how many minutes. 6 minutes to the deadline closes, everybody. So don't forget to lock in your teams right now.
Captaincy and
right now.
Right now.
On the website. It's a browser add-on called
Pod Stylus.
Myself, and partly it's from someone called Simon.
Oh, yeah, follow.
If you search that on Google, it might come up. It's called Modern FPL.
Yeah, gonna follow him.
I've got a background in IT, so basically I tweak some of the CSS.
Looks like Tina.
Just like that.
Yeah, he's good for the stream.
How it looks now, which I think looks like
It looks so.
well, that'd
100% now.
be a very upsetting end to the season. Go Ings. John King says, hi mate, Madison or Jota on a free hit?
Just take a few things.
Madison, he's got the double game week. I think it makes sense to go Madison over Jota.
No. How do you win from San Martin? Nothing from Sam. Five minutes to the deadline.
People.
Deadline or not.
Deadline or not. Interested one.
There's 4.
Don't know about that one.
4.
Go take a last picture, then that's it. That's about it.
For a -8.
Both good picks. Nikolai
3 minutes to the deadline.
Closes.
Zaha ahead of him and Coutinho just for this week. Transfer from Barcelona.
That's right, yeah.
So
I'll put that positive news. Really low ownership.
6% owned in the cap.
Whatnot.
Really what?
Whatnot. Something like that. Couple minutes.
The deadline.
Mateta start. No news on Palace, unfortunately. I was checking it just now, but nothing on. I'll go for Ings.
I have both.
No, for Saha. I don't think it's worth it. I'll just stick with Mount. Just check. Is my team locked in? Yes.
No, not sure on the Palace on the Villa lineup.
On the Villa lineup.
Yesterday, Gerard said that
If he's back in training today, we will.
Now.
That could be true. Keep it about James.
more upside with James. So I think you have to back the upside, which James has.
Yeah, so my team's locked
Locked in.
For me,
Yeah,
it's
so
Trent or
before I
James.
go,
It's really hard to say.
My team is
Schmeichel on goal,
Both players play
Cancelo,
well.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, Lucas Dean, my vice captain,
It's hard to say.
Labalenko,
Maybe
Rafinha,
Anthony Gordon,
Klopp doesn't want to
Salah,
play fullbacks.
my captain Richarlison, Ian Nacho, and Ollie Watkins up front. My bench is Ramsdale, Smith Rowe,
Kulusevski,
and Marcus Alonso.
yeah, so
Once when it gets and that's it.
Must be about even.
No more transfer. The deadline is closed, so time is up. So
Bondi says,
I wish you the best of luck for double game week 37, and best of luck to the fancy managers that are still in the fancy cup in the last 8 now.
No, last 4, sorry. Last 4. Yeah, so wish them the
Best of luck.
wish us the best of luck this week.
And of course, I'm going to love you, leave you always true, sound true. Thank you for watching this 2-hour deadline stream on TikTok with the Fancy Premier League with your host, Mr. Bernardi, and I will see you again next Sunday about what time?
I think
It's 12:30 the deadline, but it could be 12:30 or 1. So best luck with game week 37, and I will love you and leave you, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.